Hey, Waypoint, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. You're first today. Yeah, we'll see how it goes today. I don't know how it's gonna go, but is what it is, right? I got up this morning at 4:30 and went down and flew a ship with the Autel Nano and the Nano is a great little drone once it's working, but every time I start it up, I have to land it, turn it off, turn it back on again, and then it's fine. Otherwise, the stability is not there. Here comes Justin. How you doing, Justin?
So
I got up bright and early. I flew a ship at 5 o'clock this morning.
up Waypoint, Jody.
So yeah, was what it was. Turned out fairly well. Hey Frank, how you doing?
I was watching the James Webb Hubble Telescope documentary on Netflix. Pretty good.
Oh, good. I know the Russians launched a rocket taking people up to the space station, right?
Not that I heard. Although I don't really pay
It just
attention.
happened to pop up, but I'm not watching either. Some people, it's like anything else. Whatever hits their hot button. Some people are big into watching all that stuff, and but it just popped up on my feed. So how's the weather down there? Okay.
Uh, Seems to be.
Tell you, when I was out flying this morning, it was 10 degrees. Holy cow!
It was a little chilly this morning, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday. Yesterday it was super fucking cold.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how expensive that fucking telescope was. You guys spent $10 billion building that thing.
Really?
Yeah. And then they had a fuck up where they fucked up some the fasteners on it, where they had to take them all back off and put new ones on that locked in.
Oh yeah.
And it costs $150 million to do that. To take it out over, I don't remember, it was a few thousand screws or something, like bolts.
Wow.
I guess when you
Uh,
got like 100 people working on that thing, they're all probably making six figures. That fucking adds up quick.
This is that ship that I did first thing this morning, like at 5 a.m. Can you see it?
Yeah, Well, you couldn't sleep this morning or what?
Well, the Indiana Harbor, this is one of the 1,000 footers. And I was watching it. It was in the Detroit River last night, and it was just poking along. So I woke up and I look, and there it is, south of Port Huron. So,
I bet it was freezing this morning, huh?
oh, 10 degrees.
Oh yeah, you were right on the cusp of the cutoff for flying one of those too.
Yep.
I can't remember what the actual temperature is that they say don't fly it under, but I think it's like right below zero. I think it's like 10 below or something. Or something like that. I can't remember
Well, I
what the,
keep my drones and my batteries warm until I fly. So, but yeah, they cool off pretty fast.
after being in the air for 10 minutes in that kind of weather, that battery's gonna be freezing. Don't the Matrices or was it the Inspires, don't they have like battery warmers built into them?
Yes, they do. The Inspire
Thought,
does.
yeah, or it keeps the batteries warm.
Yeah. I think the Matrice probably has it too.
You were flying the Altel, huh?
But yeah, this is an Autel Nano, the little guy. But look at how good that camera is. That's all in auto settings. You know.
Yeah, the Altels do pretty good at nighttime and auto. DJIs, you definitely have to adjust the camera. And then you have to do a little bit of work in post to get it to look good.
Look at the truck traffic up on the bridge.
That's one of the reasons I didn't fly so much at nighttime because I wasn't one of those people that liked screwing with the camera. And the DJI was just the two I had were horrible at nighttime. The
Well, if I
A2 and the
flew
Mini 2.
that with my DJI equipment, it would be pixelated as hell.
Well, that's why I didn't fly very much at nighttime. Like every once in a while I'd take the drone out at night and fly it, but it was just to fly around. It wasn't really to do anything. Usually it was during a holiday like 4th of July or New Year's or something when they were doing fireworks.
Yeah, I think it turned out fairly well.
Yeah, not bad.
A lot of people like that night stuff because the colors are so vibrant, you know? But it turned out fairly well.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing okay.
Feel like your infection's going away?
Yeah, the depression pretty much has gone away. In fact, you just reminded me to take some pills. Um, I'm supposed to go see my doctor. When they let me out of the hospital, they said go see your doctor within 5 days or 6 days or whatever. And I keep calling, get put on hold. So I figure next week I'll call.
Well, that's what I was supposed to go see the doctor too. Uh, what was it? A week after I had my surgery, but they kept saying, "Oh, we'll give you a call back and I'll let you know when the appointment is." And I called 2 or 3 times and they never called me back. So, and then primary was like, well, you can just take it out yourself. You don't really need to go in there. She's like, but if you feel uncomfortable, you can just come into my office and we'll yank it out for you if you don't want to do it yourself. She goes, you don't really need to go see them to do that. But I ended up just doing it myself. I was like, ah, screw it.
It was interesting though. I was down there, like I say, at 5 o'clock when the ship went by this morning, and I got there 20 minutes early or so, and there wasn't a car anywhere. By the time the ship came, there was about 7 or 10 cars down there to watch it go up.
Yeah, if anybody's into space stuff and you're interested, there's a good documentary on Netflix about the James Webb Telescope. And it's orbiting 1 million miles out from the Earth. In a stationary orbit.
Yeah, the world is changing around us. There's a big, it's been on the news the last couple of days. Um, a young girl that it was a teacher at a school. She wants to be a rap star, so she's putting all these rap songs together, with her boobs hanging out and her slid up to here and tight,
You get fired?
Yeah, she got fired.
Yeah, I figure that much.
And so now she's suing. She's going to get an attorney and sue for wrongful discharge.
Yeah, good luck with that, because the thing is when you're an educator, you got to be really careful about social media and what you do on there.
Well, the thing of it is that society now, anything goes, it's like,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good teachers out there, and you're gonna have one or two that do some weird shit sometimes, fortunately, but that's every industry. But like I said, it's and when you're a teacher, you sign contracts with those school boards, and it may stipulate in there that you're not supposed to do certain things on social media. If you sign that contract saying that, then that's on you. But that's the thing is like, especially an educator, somebody that's around kids, you got to be really careful what you put online. Like, you don't want to be posting videos of you at the bar drunk and doing stupid shit and stuff like that, because that's the kind of crap that gets you fired. It ain't the first time teachers have gotten fired for that. I mean, that's happened quite a bit. Social media will get you in trouble. Even regular jobs, I mean, you got to be careful what you put on there. If you get on social media and you work for a company and you start bashing the shit out of them, they're going to fire you. Most likely they'll find a reason to fire you. And the thing is in some states, if it's a right to work state, you have no legal recourse. They can fire you because that's the type of laws that are set up that protect the employer more than the employee. And they can fire you for any reason. They don't even have to have a reason. They can just say, we don't want you no more. Let you go. Is the teachers not in a teacher union up there? Because there's a lot of unions in the northern part of the country.
yeah, it's like an academy type of thing.
Because teacher unions usually it's really hard to get fired. LA, what's up? And Cool Cat, how's it going? Yep, exactly. Florida's a right to work state. You have no real legal recourse if they fire you. They can fire you either they can give you any reason to fire you, or they can just say we don't want you no more, and they could fire you.
Yeah.
And you're pretty much screwed at that point. There's quite a few states out there that are right to work. But like I said, you definitely want to be careful what you put on social media, even if you work for a company. Because people always try to say, "Oh, freedom of speech." That doesn't cover companies. That only covers the government. Companies don't have to give you freedom of speech. That's a private entity. That's not a government agency or government entity that says you can't say something.
Here's the news article locally. I'll share it.
There's no sound.
Thanks so much for joining us for 7X News at 6. I'm Carol.
Oh, there you go.
Mike Duffy, she's pursuing a rap career. Says that a parent complained that was seeing her videos online.
7X News reporter Darren Cunningham spoke with a former educator and reached out to the school to find out more about the issue. Nobody knew I was a rapper until you doing crazy like the 80s.
Dominique Grunt, whose rap name is Dripping Honey, has been an educator for 7 years and started teaching history at Taylor Preparatory High School in August. But all that came to an abrupt end months later, after she says a parent came across one of her rap videos.
The first meeting that I had was like the principal and the dean, and he told me that sugar and that I was a bad influence on kids because I was
Before the filing, around Thanksgiving, she says there were meetings and
my other passion just because somebody didn't like it. And they say race all your time. That was the argument.
used the profanity in her lyrics, but she says that has nothing to do with Taylor Prep.
Especially after you move it.
Brown acknowledges the profanity in her lyrics, but she says that has nothing to do with Taylor Prep and the positive impact she's had on her students and the community. Is it that they didn't like the rap career, or was it that they didn't?
The meetings was so like, if you did this one, you did that one. So, and that's why I also, in my
Teacher of the month in February, on her last day,
Ever parents, read or teachers who support the district.
Lena Lynn says her son, an 11th grader, started a petition in support of Miss Brown. Gathering Notes says she's seen Brown's videos and that they are no different than any other hip hop video a child would get.
For me, it doesn't matter what you do outside of the particular building, if you go on with your life, if you do whatever you do.
Brown says she misses her students and makes an impact.
Well, see, like if it was just profanity in her lyrics, and I would say it's not that big of a deal. But what is she rapping about? Is she rapping about drugs and?
Oh yeah, regular rap. It's like
Well, I mean, that's not all rap, though. I mean, there's rappers out there that are very. Oh, they're more poets than they are talking about drugs and stuff. There's not all rappers are like that. But what I'm saying is like, is she rapping about shooting up a gang? Is she rapping about drugs? Is she rapping if it's a really super negative message, I could see why the school would be upset about that. I mean, profanity is profanity. I mean, technically, the U.S. is. I mean, they say as Americans actually cuss more than most countries do when they speak to people. So, I mean, it's kind of common here, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know her music, so I don't know what she's actually talking about in her music.
good morning, cool cat.
But no, LA, it's not on Cool Cat's channel. He did a tour yesterday morning on Paul's live show. So you'll have to go to Paul's yesterday's morning live show and watch it.
The live show, and he took us around the cathedral over there in England.
So what's up, Mark? Joe?
What's up, guys?
Hey, there's Captain Joe.
I'd have fired her too.
What's that?
I would have fired her too.
Yep. Yeah, I
She,
kind of
she is a role model in the school, and it depends on what she was rapping about. But it's the bottom line, you're a role model at that point, so you have to keep that role model even in your private life, because if your private life does not stay private, does not stay private. It went public because she's doing that. So
She
yeah,
admitted to using profanity in her rapping too, so.
and that might be all it needs in that school district under whatever they sign.
All right.
You know, you're not
Well, I'm
working
not
for
gonna.
yourself. You're working for somebody else.
Like I said, I'm not going to demonize her for what type of music she's doing, but it's like, what message is she putting in her music? Might not be the same message that the school wants to portray to the kids. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and that's the thing is like I said, you got to be careful even when you're working for a school, a company, anything about what you put on there. There's some companies that actively watch their employees on
Oh, yeah.
social media. And if they see anything crazy or out of the ordinary, you're gone.
Yeah, well, she had it listed on TikTok too, so.
Like companies, you know, like I said, if you work for a company and you go online and start bad mouthing them, you think you're going to have a job the next day if they find out? Probably not.
Nope.
Because people are always, like I said, and then people will use the argument, oh, freedom of speech. You can't, freedom of speech doesn't have anything to do with a private company. Freedom of speech is to protect you from the tyrannical type government trying to limit what you can say. Has nothing to do with private companies. So, you know what I'm saying?
Be right back.
And technically, that's not limiting her speech, even though it's a school district, because she can still go online and rap if she wants. Nobody told her she can't do that. The school just fired her over that. I mean, honestly, I remember being in middle school and high school. All me and my friends were cussing up a storm left and right. And I guarantee it's been like that for generations.
Well, one
People-
of the things that I learned as a young person that always stuck with me is actions always followed by consequences.
Well, I'm saying like kids are gonna cuss in school anyway. I mean, like I said, when I was in school, me and my friends cussed. I'm sure when you guys were in high school and you were alone with your friends, you guys did the same thing. You can't. It's not exclusive to one generation. I mean, everybody's done that when they were kids, hanging out with a bunch of teenagers. You know, you're not the same when you're around all your friends than you are when you're around your parents. There's a difference. I mean, kids tend to be more honest with other kids than they are with their own parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kept the cursing down around the house as much as I could. The only time I could say that I really did use a lot of language was in the Marines. That
What's
was
up, Smoking?
in high school. No, high school, no. And like yesterday, my son's talking to me, and he drops an F-bomb, and he goes, "Oh, sorry," like that because he knows I don't. You know, he goes, "Oh, sorry," and he said, "Marine came out." I said, well, "I understand."
Trouble is, it's just become part of normal language now, hasn't it?
I
Oh,
mean,
it has.
it has, and it's all whether. I mean, it's just a word, right? At the end of the day.
Yep.
I mean, it's all how you want to take and perceive ass worse than saying the. It's just a word.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said,
then-
I remember being in high school and doing in middle school, hanging out with my friends, and then
I
when
bet
I
you
was
were a terror in high school, Justin.
when I was at home, it wasn't the same. You know, you didn't act the same when you were around your parents, but when you were all hanging out with nothing but your friends, you're a different person. I mean, most kids are. You tend to be more loosened up when you're with your friends than you are when you're at home, you know?
You can get away with it if you're not where your parents can hear it.
All right. Cool Kid said, Mark, you scallywag.
Uh,
I did say hello to everybody, but then I realised that my microphone must have been muted, so nobody heard.
Yeah, I asked, I pressed to ask you to unmute just in case you were, because every once in a while there is a setting like where we can turn it off and then people can't actually unmute themselves. And sometimes it's turned on or turned off, but it will glitch and you won't be able to start your microphone. So I hit that button so you, just in case you were locked out.
Mm. So we got Brian, Jody. I think Ella, isn't she called Lisa? I think so. Michael.
Yeah, I think her name is Lisa. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
Lisa.
Yeah. She comes in every once in a while.
And Smoking. I want the foggiest idea what he's called.
I think I met Smoking over on Neil's and Basement Garden.
Possibly with a name like that.
I think that's where I first met him. Or it might have been here, and then that's how I got over to, well, I knew Neil for a while, but
I mean, if you go and watch Neil's live, the names of everybody in the chat has something to do with weed.
oh yeah. Because I see Smoking over on those channels all the time in the chat. So he hangs out on those channels as well.
It's like Max Air 5420.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Max in a couple of days.
Joe, how's the weather down there today?
No, and he's not actually been making an appearance on Tammy's stream either.
50 degrees.
Well, it's I'm having a heat wave here. It's 18 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at 50 and it's going to go to 66 today.
Oh, Don Lemon's an idiot. I can't say.
7
I got other
degrees
word.
centigrade.
Don
I
Lemon
got
was
it.
the one. Oh, go ahead.
I said I got another word, but I'll probably get fired.
Well, Don Lemon was the one that was all, pro lockdowns and all that shit. But then he was coming down to Florida for his vacations during the lockdowns because guess what? We didn't have any of that. And so he was at a hotel. And what's funny is there's a video of him at a hotel down here without a mask on. And all of a sudden, all these ladies see him that are from Florida and they fucking like chased him out of the hotel screaming at him. Like, why are you down in our state taking a vacation if you want everybody to be locked down?
Good morning, Lance.
They went the fuck off on him.
I'll get some more hot shots, huh?
Mention heat wave.
Hi, David.
David.
David, Lance.
Good morning.
You're gonna Lance hyperlapse.
Yeah, I can hear the clicking going, the hyperlapse.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you need to
That's
mute
all
me,
right.
go ahead.
We know Lance is on.
I'd mute you even without the noise.
Justin, yeah. So I'm never gonna say, Joe, ship Justin the 3D printer then. By the way,
Not gonna
Joe,
happen.
why is it collecting dust back there?
It might be. I think
He's got so many things going on, Lance. He doesn't know if it's what day it is. I don't think.
Hey, Cool Cat, if you got the link to that video, put it in the chat.
All
got a
you
doctor's
retired
appointment I gotta
guys,
leave
you
an hour
always
for.
forget the day.
Hey, Eddie Nunez is here.
Hey, Eddie.
Oh,
Superstar.
he's got the camera running.
Hey, the camera is live.
Not to like it. Turn it
Oh.
off. Turn it off. Turn
You're
it off.
muted.
David.
I'm working
David.
on it. Sorry, guys. It's
Hey,
working,
Eddie.
Justin. Thank you so much, brother.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the love on the channel. Don't
No,
think
Eddie,
this goes
if you're paying the
unappreciated.
mystery, turn it off. Turn it off. Come on.
What is that? What is that?
Now that is definitely not how I envisaged Eddie looking.
I've seen
Got a
him
bit of a
before.
Tim look to him.
Yeah.
I've seen him before because when we did that drunk live that one night, he was drinking and he was on his
Oh
phone
man,
and
that
he was
was a
showing
rough
himself.
man, it was almost a full gallon in me. That
Because he was sitting there and he was drinking the vodka, and then all of a sudden his phone just goes down,
night.
looking up at the
And I was
ceiling,
like,
and he was out.
right. That's what a gallon of vodka will do that to you.
What's up, Al?
So, Eddie.
Half a gallon will do it.
Dog in the chat.
Alf, Dusty.
Xander dog.
There's your pupper dog. What's his name?
What's
Xander.
up, Donald?
His name's Xander.
Xander.
And he
No,
is
we were
the
talking of-
smartest, most amazing dog ever, dude.
We were talking about Don Lemon, not Mudball Don.
Yeah, he's such a good boy. Now, the mount was broken, and I fixed it with some tape. Using that Gorilla Tape. It's working. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little crooked, but it's working.
Well, the lens appears to be broken, Eddie.
Yeah, well. Tell that to my ex-wife. She probably knows the same feeling.
So, how did you end up attaching it? Just some double-sided tape or something
Yeah, I
to the
just
back?
used I curled up a piece of
Gorilla tape?
yeah, Gorilla Tape and just stuck it
Yeah,
up there.
I accidentally broke the
Working.
little
Hey,
folding
Joe
bracket
Cat.
on the camera.
Yeah, I was wondering how that happened because it looks like a clean break.
Because I was going through my box with all my cables and I set it on the floor and I stepped on it.
Oh, that'll do it.
But I
You
tested it
bundle.
and the camera still worked fine. It was just the
That'll do
bracket that broke.
I mean, it looks great. It's
Has
working
anyone
really good
seen
for what I
AZ
need it for.
today?
Well, that's a matter of opinion if it looks great.
Right. Hey, the feeling's mutual, you son of a.
Not lazy yet.
That's why I'm in the dark. I don't want you
When
to
we
see
get
what I
old-
really look like.
It's okay to look bad when you're old. Ask Paul; he knows what it's like.
Well,
Every day.
He showed us a picture of him with his badge, and I'm like, "Wait, Paul had a badge? Okay, he was in charge of somebody at some point."
I had a badge. He said, "Happy 5th birthday."
Oh, happy birthday!
Paul was ambulance, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was ambulance, but also that badge was my identification for emergency services. If there ever was a natural disaster or anything, I was a member of that division.
Okay,
Oh,
so like
the
a
reserve.
flood or something.
Hurricane, flood, tornado,
Mhm.
some kind of a natural or sustained disaster.
Is that Bo or Tyson, Justin?
No, this is Tyson. He's a wiener
Tyson,
dog.
blink twice if you need rescuing.
He's the best little wiener dog ever, dude.
He's a wiener dog and Chihuahua mix.
You got his mic in front of him.
Yeah, don't put him anywhere near Jake Paul.
Yeah, cool cat. My dog's a Chiweenie. He's a Chihuahua.
Oh, you got an aeroplane.
Oh, there you go.
I've been playing Real Flight Simulator for a long time. This is the first plane I've actually bought.
Not the camera you sent me, Dre. I sent Eddie my old camera when you sent me the new one.
Can't wait to
Yeah,
fly
yeah.
it. It's too windy and cold.
And I want y'all
Wait.
to know, speak for yourself. I have a 5K camera. Because y'all want to see all of this.
Right, I have to ask a simple question. Why is it when anyone's making a noise on the panel, right? Clicking, high pitch, sneezing, whatever, they always blame me. No, Cool Cat, it's not me, it's Lance. Pack it in.
Lance is doing one of his usual hyperlapses.
Oh, and Paul,
I'm working on the camera. I'm
I
trying
had
to make
one
it
too
better.
for EMS. Yeah, I had to have one for EMS too,
Yeah.
in case I had to stop. You know,
Dre's in as well. No. Yeah.
yeah, that sucker better be in my pocket.
It's not all English
Yeah.
guy.
Well, mine's bigger than yours.
That's what she said.
I
No,
hope
she never said that to me. That's a fact.
Well, it folds because
Yeah.
because the signatures and the official status is down here.
Yeah, all my stuff was here on the other side.
All right,
So
well,
is that
Ooh.
Joe, can
is
you
that
show me the
still-
credit cards that are in there as well?
There's my credit card.
TJ?
There's an old picture of me.
There we
It's all right, cool cat. It's funny.
Oh, there we
That's
go.
when you used to eat broccoli. Huh?
There we go.
Yep.
Paul, is that thing still valid, or have you retired from that as well?
Oh no, this is old.
That
But
was
it doesn't
back
have
in-
an expiration date on it.
Yeah. Mark, could you imagine Paul turning up in an ambulance these days? Right? Think of it this way. You can't
Quite
get Paul in an ambulance. So he'd turn up and he'd be go, well, you should go. You could be like me and go, nah.
What's up,
Your
TJ?
head's big enough.
TJ.
And cool cat, don't worry about it. Everyone just blames the British guy.
I got a camera, TJ.
We
Yeah,
don't
and
need
there's
no
more of us now
stinking
for us to
badges.
Yeah.
We
don't
need
need
no
stinking
badges. Today, we're going to teach poodles how to fly. Don't worry, it takes them a minute to get it. I don't know if you've ever seen Weird Al
Yankovic.
his movie. So good.
He was referring to Blazing Saddles.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't need no stinking badges.
One of the great scenes where they're I think it's set in 1850, and he's got the queue of people signing up, and he's got the Nazis and all sorts of 1950s mods and stuff all in the line waiting.
Weird Al's movie was
Mods
called,
with the 60s.
it was called UHF.
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart?
Are you sure about that, Donald? I can fact check that for you.
Yeah, you're right there, cool cat. What was that, Laura? Who's upsetting Donald?
Hello, Laura.
She's in the other room. Apparently, someone's upsetting Donald, and I don't know who.
Justin, is Donald still mad at you?
No.
He's
He was
recovered.
He was joking around in the chat last night.
No,
Donald doesn't stay mad at me.
Much love to the rest of you, by the way, that I missed. Now y'all can see me. There it is, face reveal. I don't know if it's working.
It's
It's
working.
what God gave me. It's what it is.
You got a big screen TV behind you, right?
Yeah, I got this TV for $15 at the local church sale.
Yeah,
Wow.
Works great.
great.
42-inch, isn't it?
Oh,
It
dude, you
didn't
can go
come
on
with a
Facebook
remote, but I used
Marketplace.
the cable remote, so I don't.
If you go on Facebook Marketplace, man, people half the time are giving away TVs these days. They're so damn cheap.
My co-host Serena sent me a free, brand new green screen. I don't know how to work it yet, but I have one.
Don't get mad, Donald. Yeah, I'll give it to you, Donald. You're way more cultured than I am as far as like books and stuff. So,
So back here could be green screen very soon. I'll have to ask Justin for some of his good backdrops because he's got some good ones.
Actually, I was waiting for Donald to come in the chat. Donald, if you haven't watched the, because I know you like space stuff, I watched the James Webb Telescope documentary on Netflix. Pretty good if you haven't seen it.
The pupper dog.
I was watching it this morning.
He's such a good boy. Aren't you, dude? Yeah, you love Grandpa, and you love Grandma, and you love Papa. Such a good boy, dude. Doesn't have a mean bone in his body, dude. He just doesn't. All he knows is love. That's all he knows. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. He'll hound me at my feet for days because he's bored. I get it, dude. There's nothing to do. I get it. Go and play, and I'll give you a bone. Play.
Hey, Lance, I'm going to mute you for a minute. People are saying your shutter noise is really loud in the chat.
I heard something. I don't know who that is, but I hear it.
I was just letting you
Okay.
know.
So I can return with this little bit of information. Badges, we don't need any stinking badges, was from Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles.
Oh, yes. So
It was done in Weird Al's UHF
yes,
during the guy that would tell you about pets, and he rephrased it as badgers. We don't need any stinking badgers. But before that, it was all the Mel Brooks thing was a reference to the Treasure of Sierra Madre.
Y'all know
See?
Mel
What
Brooks
did I
is still
tell you?
alive. He's
I didn't know
90,
that.
98, 99.
Mel Brooks is still alive?
Yeah, he's like 99 or something like that.
He's
Yeah,
kicking,
he-
he's still with us.
Yeah, he's kicking.
Hey,
Hey,
late 90s.
Loki.
And what an amazing guy, by the way.
Yeah, his movies are funny.
Yeah, they are.
Mhm.
I like him a lot.
Hey, Eddie, this is the best man right here.
Spaceballs. Come on, man.
Look at how fluffy he is.
I used to have a Pomeranian named oh, I can't. Okay, give me a minute. I'm
This is
drawing a blank,
Valentino.
but, it was
Oh,
a
that's
black
Valentino?
Pomeranian. It was a teacup, and that dog was the best dog we've ever had. Such a good temperament, just a wonderful dog.
Is
Her name
that
was
the, is
Aileen.
that
Her
the
name was
dog,
Aileen.
Captain Joe, that your daughter dumped off on you?
No, this is mine. This
Oh,
is
that's yours.
Valentino.
Didn't you say you rescued that one or something?
No. Loki's the one I basically got from my daughter.
He
okay.
rescued her from his daughter. Rescued
Right.
a dog from his daughter. She didn't give him to Joe. Joe took the damn dog.
Yeah, he needed to come to me.
It was
But
either
you see,
that or
Tina-
the thing was going to starve to death.
Oh, yeah. This is the best dog I've ever had right here.
I'm going to tell you
I
something.
mean, I've had a lot of them.
Now,
And
how old is he?
He's 9.
A lot
9.
of people will hate on small dogs. They ain't worth anything. That is not true. That is not true.
I
People will
look.
also tell you that animals don't have a soul. Anything that looks at you and knows it's screwed up and has remorse has a soul.
Look, I don't generally like I love Tyson to death. I don't generally like small dogs because I've met more small dogs with badass attitudes than big dogs.
Well, they got to have that attitude because they're so little, right?
There's
They
a
try to shove
lot
their
of-
weight around. Yeah.
Especially
Eddie.
Chihuahuas. Oh my god, dude, Chihuahuas annoy the shit out of me. Like-
I'm going to tell you, Justin. I'm going to tell it to you like I tell everyone. When I was a groomer for 17 years. A Chihuahua is 10 times more likely to bite you,
Right, 100%.
but
Oh, I
a
know.
wolf will do damage. There's a difference.
Chihuahuas have a little man complex.
Right. Eddie, I've got to ask you a question now. You just said anything that looks at you and shows remorse has a soul.
Right.
Don't
Does that
talk about
mean
Laura.
Does that mean Laura doesn't have a soul?
I already knew you were going to bring
I
Laura.
knew he
into
was
this.
going
How
to
did I
Laura.
not know?
Every time she looks at me, it's I've done wrong, not she's done wrong.
Oh, for love of God, beat the shit out of him, Laura.
You know,
Been
David,
waiting
I
for this.
already know this. You're a sweetheart on the inside. Don't let her
Yeah.
know. Don't let her
Or is he
know.
fooling everybody?
Fooling everybody but her.
Precious knows when she's done something wrong. I walk up to her and her head goes down to the floor.
We're going to shoot some ships tonight, Paul?
I shot the one this morning at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed it looked a bit dark, that one.
Yep. Well,
Oh,
I flew that with the Autel Nano Plus. Because
Was that the one that you were
this-
watching coming up?
the settings and everything, I use it on auto, and it's so clear and crisp. It's just unbelievable.
Oh, Donald, did you hear me when I was talking about the James Webb Telescope?
I heard part of it. I didn't hear all of
They
it.
have a good documentary on Netflix about it if you're
Yeah, I
interested
watched
in it.
that too. It's really good.
Because I know you like
second it.
space stuff, so.
I don't have Netflix.
Okay.
You can watch most of it on YouTube. You just got to find the right
Where you at?
place to
You want
go.
it? Come here.
Yep,
I was-
Dog Groomer. Yep.
I was watching it this morning. It was really interesting.
You know, when I was 15 and I was grooming dogs, all my classmates made fun of me. You're gay and you're this and you're that. Until I showed up with a $400 set of rollerblades in a new car. Well, it wasn't it was a used car. And they were like, "Where'd you get that?" I worked for
Grooming
it. That's
dogs.
where. I worked for it. That's where. And I wouldn't be into it if my mom wasn't already into it. She brought me into it. I ended up being-
Why would people say that? I've never really thought of
Because they're
dog
stupid.
groomers being
Because they're stupid.
a
It's just
weird
like
profession.
It's just like a person who's a hairdresser who's a man, right? I don't even want to go into it, but there are a lot of male hairdressers who have to act like they're on the rainbow just to get someone to let them do their job. It's a thing. I hate to say
Which
it
I
like that, but it
which I
really
find
is a
that
thing.
funny because most barbers are guys. So what's the difference if you're doing women's hair, guys' hair? Hair's hair.
They get uncomfortable. You're touching them. They get weird.
Well, like I said, the way I look at it is it's fucking hair. Who gives a shit if it's a guy or
Yeah,
a girl? You know
right.
what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
I mean, ain't like you're doing anything inappropriate.
I
Then
mean,
you
granted,
call the
girls'
cops.
hair is definitely more challenging because of
Yes.
the amount of different hairstyles they do and stuff. Most
Well,
guys,
the hairstyles are more challenging, but the hair itself, a dog's hair, especially if it's like really matted and bad, you can't even get through it. It's not like being a person where it's like real
apparently cool
thin
cat. I
and-
would have never thought somebody that was done. I would have never looked at a dog groomer and been like, "You're just so gay."
Yeah.
Like I just
No, no. If a
happens.
guy is a hairdresser, you look at him, you say, "Ooh, you're gay." And if a
Yeah.
guy grooms dogs, you're like, "Oh, you're a gay dog."
Yeah, I mean, there's something weird going on, right? We're all
Like-
about feeling.
Doesn't make
When
any sense.
when I took HVAC class, the teacher told us humans are all about feelings. I feel cold. I feel hot. I don't feel good. I don't feel sick, but I don't feel well. Right? A person shoving a camera in your face. I bet you a lot of you drone guys have dealt with this. You're taking my picture without my permission. Well, maybe you should know the law first because that is not part of it. Your feelings don't trump the Constitution.
I actually, to be honest with you, I never dealt with any Karens
lucky.
flying.
Never had an
It
issue.
happens.
You were the
I
guy.
actually, oh fuck
I
off,
only have one question. What's a barber?
a barber.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
don't know what they call it over
That's
there.
a male, like just a male hairdresser, I guess. If
Yeah.
you want to,
You
just
call
it
them
does
a
guys'
barber,
hair.
yeah.
It's like it,
You didn't get the sarcasm, did you, Justin?
no. Currently, I didn't.
I mean,
No.
y'all have
I
weird.
know what a
weird-
barber is. I haven't got any hair. I have no need for one.
And Eddie,
I mean, you can see the top of my head. There ain't no hair.
Well, I didn't know you were
I was
bald.
just about to say,
Oh yeah, I'm
Your
bald.
grooming
Yeah,
skills-
no one noticed. Yeah,
I've been
Eddie,
bald.
if your head
Well,
is a
yeah,
sign of your
yeah.
great grooming skills, great job.
right.
Well,
If the solar panel was a thing, nailed it.
Mark,
I
you
bald
said
in
it
my
so
late
dry that
30s.
I was kind of confused too, because I was like, "Of course he knows what a barber is. How could he not know what a barber is?" But I wasn't going to tell. I was like,
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever actually. Have you ever turned your? I don't think you've ever actually shown your face, have you?
Not yet.
Only on some of the shorts on my channel.
Okay, because I didn't know you were bald, so I didn't get that. If I'd have
Right,
known you were
that's
bald,
everybody
I would've
rushing
got
to
it.
Mark's videos now to watch them all.
It's just totally dry, and it's just
my
like,
late 30s.
I was getting ready to say, "You've never heard of the Barber of Seville?"
Adventures of Dread,
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
Sweeney Todd.
Thank you for shouting me out.
This Sweeney Todd.
Mm.
Hey, the way I look at it, the rest of my hairs are strong because the ones that were jealous and scared ran away. They ran away.
oh,
I
for
was
sure,
bald
cool
when I was
cat.
20 years old, so this is nothing new to me.
That's the one thing that those auditors actually have going for them is that they can take your picture in public. Those,
Yeah, I hate that my my hair
sovereign
Isn't as
citizens.
thick as it used to be.
Is what it is.
Have you noticed,
Your attitude is twice as thick now. How's that?
Donald, the older you get, the more hair grows out of your ears.
Yeah,
It's more educated now.
That's
Yeah, I know. Look, oh, look at that fluff coming off here. I need to get a haircut.
Yeah, and
You look
Justin,
great. You
All
look
this
great,
hair
brother. You don't look bad.
it grows so fast. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Justin.
this is why you make a bi-monthly with your barber and let him do
What's
the
up,
thing.
David?
right? You don't call them auditors anymore. They are now public journalists.
Right.
So-
Right.
oh,
now see,
whatever.
even a guy from
Auditors
the
are
UK
always
knows where we're
wrong
going.
It's a
names
serious
for
thing.
them anyway.
They've said
auditor
if
is
you're
an accountant.
auditing, you have to be employed by the company. Only a company can employ an auditor. Right? So now they've changed their names to public journalists and they go around doing their job as public journalists.
They can call themselves whatever they want. I'm going to call them
They're
a sovereign
assholes with
citizen.
cameras.
They do go out there looking for a fight a lot of times.
Now, there's a
Not
lot of
all
time.
them do though.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times that they try to use that argument too. Like they'll go into a post office and they'll be like, I can film in here. No, you can't. If they say you can't film in there, you can't fucking film in there.
That is not true. Their feelings and their
Now, if you're
policies
outside, you
don't
can.
trump the Constitution. They cannot say that to you.
That depends on whether you class a post
Depends on
office
where
as a
you
private
live and the
company or a
rules.
public building.
Yeah,
Well,
if
it's
a-
like-
if
In the
it's
public
a
eye,
publicly owned
anything
building,
your
they're
eyes
allowed
can
to.
see, they
Mm.
can tape. That's a fact. Problem comes in where no one's educated in it. That's why they're doing it. They should probably be educated in the poster that's posted on the wall in the post office that tells you. It's called Poster 7. Look it up. It tells you right there what you can and can't do. And the people who work there, they don't even know the law. Not even them.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to go out of your way to go in and harass fucking
No.
male employees, that's
Okay,
one thing. Like,
Harassing is different.
Harassment,
Harassing is
again,
different.
what I said.
It's different.
Harassment, I
Because
get it. A lot of
even-
auditors will do
Walking
that.
in with a camera is not harassing.
Is not harassment.
no,
There is
no, but I've watched videos
expectation
of them go.
privacy in public. There is none.
No, but I'm saying I've watched them go in there and they outright are harassing employees.
Yeah.
and people there trying
That's
to
why I
do
said they're
business.
assholes with cameras.
Yeah,
Some of them
100%.
I used to watch one in the UK, and I thought he was a different type of auditor to the others because he always seemed reasonable. And then one day, someone actually got his business and his address and went and did an audit on him, and he fucking hated it. And I was like, I ain't watching
he
you no
did.
more. You're a tit.
Well,
Probably because they did it in his public space, which isn't allowed.
well, you know, a lot of
Only in the
Do it to them.
public.
They
It's
can do it to
allowed.
him.
a lot of police stations won't allow you to film in there, and this is the reason why. Because they don't want you in there filming if somebody's trying to come in to report something, especially if it's something like,
Yeah.
say, like a girl wants
I
to
get
come
what
in and
you're
report a
saying.
rape.
This is not what the Constitution says.
Well, the
Anything that's
Constitution-
in public view.
Well, it's not the
It's
Constitution; it was
totally
the
legal.
Supreme Court that held that up, not the
Well, yes,
Constitution.
but it's part of the
Well,
Constitution also. First Amendment.
Justin, that's the thing. If a girl wants to go in there and report a rape, how does the camera know that she wants to report a rape?
No. What I'm saying is they don't want people to feel uncomfortable coming in there
this
if
is the
somebody's
part-
in there filming.
Justin,
That
this
was
is
their argument about it.
This is the part I don't like about it. You're on film every second you wake up. You go to get gas, you're on film. You go to their public station, you're on film. They film you every second of the day. But when you turn the camera back at them, they're angry.
Oh no, I agree with that.
You
But
know
what
what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying is, if say like I said, if somebody wants to come in and report a crime, they don't want to
Right.
feel. They don't
Right.
want those people
I
to feel
agree with what
uncomfortable
Justin's saying. He's
because
saying
somebody's
It
in
goes
there.
a little bit
in there.
both ways. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
But-
there are some public places where you need to have a right to privacy.
I
And
mean,
I-
it's just like
a police
hospitals. You
station-
definitely aren't allowed to film in there.
A
because
police
of HIPAA.
Depends
station.
on if it's a public hospital or not.
No,
Yeah.
because HIPAA laws prevent that.
No.
You're not-
HIPAA laws do not prevent the public. They prevent the people who work there from sharing.
No. It will literally
It
say
has
on.
nothing to do with the public. Nothing. You can film anything in your eyes view. It's their expectation.
I'm
to
telling you, read
provide
the HIPAA
public
laws. It
privacy.
says
I'm
you cannot
telling you, that's
record in
not
a
it.
hospital.
That's not it. I'm telling you. Anything in your public eye, in your eyes view is
A
totally
hospital's
wrong.
not
Yeah, I
public.
know.
It's their
Yes, but what I'm
Hospitals not
saying,
their job to prevent.
I understand
to
that, but
protect
if you
someone's
read the
privacy.
HIPAA laws, it was actually, those were actually set in place along with that, that if you walked into a hospital, you're not allowed to film. It actually says it right on the federal laws that
Yeah,
you're not
that's
supposed to
breaking
do
your
that.
law. That's breaking the law.
No, the
Breaking your
Supreme Court
Constitution.
actually discussed that when they did that case.
I'm so glad I talked with you guys.
That's what
We're
I'm saying.
having
is
another great conversation.
the
again.
HIPAA laws were actually discussed along with that.
And
when
they're
they-
not violating your rights because most hospitals are not public spaces.
Hey
They're
guys,
private companies.
Most of them are privately
Hey,
owned by
guys.
companies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lance?
That's true.
Lance?
hey,
Yeah,
do
Lance.
you call it soda, or do you call it pop?
We do pop here in Michigan. We're
Soft
the
drink.
Midwest.
Soda, fizzy pop.
I call it
Here in
both.
Missouri, you can call it both. I call it poison.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good for you. That's a fact. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Diabetes.
I
liquid
tried it.
sugar.
I try not to
okay?
drink it, but my wife will buy it, and I still will go back to it, and it's just
I love it.
it is
too.
addictive.
It's
Yeah.
liquid candy.
Carbonated,
Is what it is. It's
flavored
not good for you
liquid.
at all.
Diabetes in a can, stomach
Yeah.
killer. You name it, you can call it what you want. Still bad for
Yeah.
you, but it's fucking tasty.
Yeah. If anyone
I
knows,
drink nothing but
He does.
water. Every once in a while, I'll have a pop, but that's very infrequent.
Most of the
You know, in the
tastiest stuff is in there.
1950s, the average consumption of soda or pop for a person was 12 ounces a week.
What's it now?
That means they had one can of soda or whatever as a treat when they came into town or whatever.
Well, what
it's
is it
just
now?
like
Do you
everything
know?
else in moderation. We know what's good for us and what isn't.
Now it's probably a 2 liter a day.
I quite like American cream soda.
Ooh, cream soda is nice.
It all
sometimes.
comes down to what other people. This is the thing that I hate the most. The whole thing with this audit thing. Okay, same thing. These
Average
people
soda.
tell you that you can't have an extra large soda at McDonald's because it's bad for you. Well, who are you? So what you're telling me is you want to tell me what I should do because you want me to do it, but you don't have to adhere to the rules. The whole hypocrite thing. This is where I have problems. You're not allowed to own a firearm, but Joe Biden gets carted around by armed guards everywhere he goes. It's okay for him, but not for us. This is where the
Okay, for
problem
all presidents, not
comes
just
in.
him.
Right. It's fine for
Except-
them,
except
but
his-
not for you.
His detail's a little bit bigger because they have to have extra people to pick his ass up off the ground.
Well, that's true. He falls downstairs.
And they
an
gotta
awful
keep
lot.
replacing them because they
Yeah,
get
he
hit by
falls
a dog.
upstairs.
An awful lot. I'm embarrassed, to be honest. I love our president. He needs help. And to let him suffer like this without giving him the help he deserves is an embarrassment. Every other country's laughing at us. They're laughing at us.
Donald, so in 2010, it an average of 50 gallons a year.
Damn.
not
This
wrong.
study only has up to 2010, but it had slowly gone up a few gallons every year from 2000. Oh, no, it's actually dropped. So now
In
2018,
2018, it looks like it has dropped to
about 38.
39 gallons.
Yeah. So it's I
But
was
still,
reading it
that's a lot of
backwards.
soda.
Is that
But-
39 US gallons or 39 imperial gallons?
No, that'd be U.S. gallons.
Because
Because the study was just for America soda consumption.
What up, JJ?
Um,
Good morning.
But I would say the last few years there is definitely more of a health kick going on in the country. You're seeing a lot more people going to
Jonathan!
gyms and stuff like that. So that makes
Yeah,
sense
you're
why
not
it'd be
wrong.
going down.
People are starting to, not that they haven't all the time, but more and more, they're starting to realize I should probably take care of myself, right? Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
let's
would say
figure
there's
this
a
out. So if we go by 39 gallons,
And
You're gonna
this is
try to
why,
break it down per day.
yeah, and this is why
no,
we
by
drink
week.
more tea over here.
We can do by day.
I was curious.
39
It's
divided by 365.
128 ounces. That means that in a year, the average American drinks 4,000, basically 5,000 ounces.
Chillest dog ever, dude. Look at him.
And you were saying before it was what, 5 ounces per week?
12 ounces a week.
So 12 times 52.
5,000 divided by 52 is 96.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
I love this little dude so
50.
much. He's just a chiller, dude. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, that's a big ass jump.
So
But
you're
that works out as an average of basically a 12-ounce can of soda a day is the average.
Shit, Paul's way above that average. He does about a
Paul,
12
what
pack
many
a
you
day.
drink a day, Paul?
What's that?
How many sodas a day do you averagely drink on average?
12 to
About-
15.
God.
Jesus Christ. I didn't even
I
drink
mean,
that
Up to
much soda
15
a day.
cans of soda?
Yeah.
I can't do more than a few.
I didn't even drink that much when I was drinking soda
Diet
every day. I was
Pepsi.
drinking maybe 5 or 6.
I can't do more
Doesn't
than
matter
like
what that doesn't
3
matter
in a
what
row.
word they put in front of Pepsi, it's still poison.
Well,
Yeah.
Diet Pepsi, Diet soda is actually worse because that aspartame shit that's in it, or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
See,
It's that
I
artificial.
No, you're right. Aspartame. You're right.
Aspartame can be a cause
Internet
of
service.
depression.
if I buy cans of Dr. Pepper, I'll drink 3 or 4 a day. If I buy a 2-litre bottle, the 2-litre bottles, I'll drink a whole 2-litre bottle a day.
Yeah, you gotta love the people. I had a chocolate cake, but don't worry, I drank a Diet Coke right after.
I started using Jimmy Mitchell.
Yeah, I washed it down with a Diet Coke.
So I'm all good.
Still
It done
impressed.
canceled it
I'll
out.
have a
only
large. I'll have a large slice of pumpkin pie and a Diet Coke.
Good morning,
Okay.
Jonathan.
All right.
Like I said, they
I
don't
guess.
technically cancel each other out. You can convince
Right.
yourself they do,
This will
but they
make you
don't.
laugh. When you go to McDonald's over here now, you can't get a full fat drink. You have to have a 0 drink.
Full experience.
Who the bloody hell goes to McDonald's, buys a big fat ugly burger?
Brought it back. All the
Yeah.
while provide quality service. Super simple.
Yeah,
I
greasy
started using
chips,
Jimmy Mitchell Motors a few years
and
ago.
then ask for a sugar-free Coke.
The only service department I use for all my
Who's Donald
scheduled
talking to?
Jimmy Mitchell Motors a few years was still impressed.
Don't know. Do you know
It's
we
the
can
only
hear that?
service department I use for all my family's vehicles.
Schedule your pickup and delivery online at jimmymitchell.com or call us at Delivery
Please,
Vehicle
that's
Maintenance
it.
Donald, we can hear your advert.
What the hell are we listening to?
We could hear your
Oh.
advert.
I had my earbud still in my ear and put the cans on top of it.
Pumpkin pie, one of my favorites. I just recently found sweet potato pie. I like that too. I like them both. A lot of people say, I don't want that pumpkin pie. It's gross. I don't know why they say that. It's awesome.
I like pumpkin pie, but sweet potato. I don't like sweet potato fries. I don't like it.
Well, the sweet
anything
potato is a
sweet
little
potato.
less sweet, so it's got more of a bite to it.
Pumpkin
but it's
pie is good with
still
some whipped
good.
cream.
Yeah, it's too good.
Sweet potato's good.
I told my ex-wife, she's like, "Well, you always complain about what I'm eating." I said, "No. It's okay to be it's okay to be selective
Pumpkin is
about
a
what you put in your
squash.
body. That's your choice. You don't like it? Don't eat it. That's okay."
Pumpkin's a squash, therefore it's a vegetable. So why do you eat it in a pie as a sweet?
I mean, because it tastes good. I can't have no other answer. You're not wrong though. You're not wrong at all.
I see it this way. It doesn't matter if it's a squash, a vegetable, a sweet, a dessert, right? Why can't you have apple pie and custard with your chips? Because when you eat a portion of chip, it's
Yeah,
still in your
after-
stomach, and then you're going to eat your apple pie and custard straight afterwards. Why waste the
Yeah.
plate? Mix it together and get it eaten.
You know, just because it mixes in your stomach doesn't mean it tastes good together.
Does anybody put sugar on their corn? I put
Only on
sugar,
cornflakes.
salt, and butter on my corn.
Put your whole turkey dinner in the blender and just
Ew, gross.
It's
Drink it
been
in.
done only because people got their jaw broke, right? I wouldn't recommend it. It is possible. I wouldn't recommend it.
Sugar on my corn? No way.
It's so good. Try
Oh,
it.
you have sugar on cornflakes.
Yeah, it's so
On
good.
cornflakes, yeah, but
Same
not
tastes
on
the
corn.
same when you make regular corn.
Those aren't real corn. That isn't real corn, David.
You have sugar
Well,
on your popcorn.
That's how they came up with Cheetos. Cheetos was just a
That's
byproduct
true.
of corn, and then
Really?
they put cheese. The guy that discovered it decided to throw some cheese powder on it, and that's how Cheetos were made. It was just a byproduct that they used to throw away
That's a
from
rich dude.
processing. I don't remember what exactly they did with the corn, but it was a byproduct of the way they processed.
That's kind of like beans on toast.
Do you guys,
Well, that makes
grill?
sense.
Do you guys grill or barbecue your corn?
I mean,
Steam.
I've done both, and I'm gonna have to say grilling is probably the better.
I just opened the can.
Yeah, just open the can and barbecue that. Let's just put,
Do you remember
Paul puts the
cream of
can
corn?
on the barbecue and lets it
Cream
go.
of corn. Do you guys remember that?
Oh,
Do
cream
they
of
still
corn's
have that?
delicious. Yeah.
Cream of corn?
Yeah.
Cream corn's
They
good.
do. My
I never
gosh,
liked
that has
it.
there's so many chemicals in that thing now.
I never liked it. My mom always told me, "You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it." And then I moved in with some roommates who made it all the time, and I actually like it a lot.
I
think
steam my corn.
some
I
people
loved it
have.
as a kid.
I've had cornbread where they put the cream corn inside the cornbread and bake it.
Oh,
It was pretty good.
Yep.
that sounds good.
And Paul, when you're having your beans on toast, don't forget you can have more with it. You can have like cheese, you can have coleslaw, you can have anything
I
extra.
know you put Vegemite on. I'm not into that.
Hell no.
I've never tried it, but I'm willing to try it at least one
Don't
time.
try. Do not put Vegemite with it. Whatever you do, Jesus. In fact, don't touch Vegemite.
Y'all and your Nutella and Vegemite. Okay.
Macaroni salad or potato salad?
Both.
Okay.
Now, Justin,
I'm a potato salad.
The cornbread with the corn in it. We make spoon bread, which is similar, but you spoon it out. You don't take it out and you don't slice it and pull it out. It's spooned out. But we make that whenever we
Isn't
every once
that
in
a
a while
bit
when
hard
we do
on the teeth?
Mexican.
The first time I ever had it was when I moved to North Carolina. It was kind of something they made during like Thanksgiving and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. I'm not generally a cornbread fan, but I like that.
Donald, isn't that a bit hard on the teeth?
Now that's a good dog.
No,
Hard on the teeth.
cream of
You
corn.
bite into a piece of
Kidding
bread
me?
and
Look at him.
there's a spoon
No,
in
it's
it.
really soft.
What's up, buddy?
It's a very airy. Cornbread's very airy. And
I was on about spoon bread.
You rock him to sleep.
Oh,
You
he's
bite
the
into
spoon
a
in the
slice
bread.
of bread and there's a spoon in it.
Oh, for
Mark,
fuck's sake.
I know you're reaching today, Mark, and none of us are catching it.
Yeah, good boy.
He's trying now.
He's such a good boy, dude. What? Like a little baby.
There are two products on this planet that should never have been in existence: Vegemite and Marmite.
Yeah, I don't see it. Man, Vegemite is so disgusting. The smell of it made me gag.
Wait till you get the Marmite.
Oh,
Laura's
fuck, dude.
determined to find you some. It's like,
Are you sending
no.
him a pot of Bovril as well?
Oh yeah, getting some Bovril.
What the fuck is that?
You'll find out. But before you receive this package, you'll receive a disclaimer and email. You must sign it and return it.
A spotted what? Those are the bangers.
Have you ever heard of, I think over there you call it beef tea.
Yeah.
Beef tea?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is, Donald?
Beef tea?
Yeah.
Beef tea.
Or Bovril.
Or Oxo.
Bog roll, isn't that toilet paper?
No.
That's Bovril, yeah.
No,
Bovril
Bovril's not toilet paper. But it's
Aren't they
a
saying the
toilet
same thing?
generator.
No, it's not
It's
bog
like
roll, it's bog
what's
roll.
it? Bovril
Bovril's
is
a toilet
a gravy.
toilet waste
So-
generator.
You know, you get gravy granules. Well, this is like a gravy paste.
Okay, I got what you guys are talking about. When you say gravy granules, you're talking like dehydrated gravy, like instant gravy mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And the paste, you're talking about like you can get the tubs of like a instant
Like a malt
beef,
extract.
It's like
Yeah.
almost a beef bouillon, but
Yeah.
thick.
Yes, that's the one.
It's like jelly.
I think I know what he's talking about. Yeah, it's
I gotta let the doggy out. I'll be back, guys.
Yeah.
it
Well,
usually
what you
comes
do,
in a little jar, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You take
Yeah,
a
okay.
spoonful of it, a big tablespoonful of it,
Mhm.
put it in a cup, put boiling water on it, mix it together,
Yeah,
and just drink that.
Yeah,
That's beef tea.
Or if you
okay,
want, if you want
that's
to
what we
save
would call
time,
like a bouillon.
don't drink it, just tip it down the bog.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
a
kind of like
bouillon
what
is
they.
just a soup. Yeah.
Yeah, we would call that just a
Alright.
bouillon.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
welcome
kind of
back.
like what's in some survival MREs. They give you little bouillon cubes. You mix it with water and drink
Mhm. Yep.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
Or
A lot of
you can go get if you're making your stock and stuff, and it's much healthier if you're making your own chicken and beef stock. You just go to the freezer and pull out a 2 liter where you've stored it and pour you off some.
hmm But it used to be that if you went to a football match, not one of the big ones, but the smaller ones, at half time it was always a pork pie and a cup of Bovril.
Yeah, back in the day.
And how are you spelling
if
that?
someone offered me a cup of Bovril at a football match today, they'd be wearing it.
RIL.
So a pie and a cup of that would be almost like having a was it roast beef with au jus sauce?
Yeah,
Kind of similar. You dip it into it. then
kind of.
eat it.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't actually dip a pork pie
Well, no,
into
he
gravy,
said it was
but
like.
yeah.
That's the best thing I could come up with in my head. The way he
Yes.
was describing it.
Disgusting.
Yeah, if we were at like a sporting event and it was cold, it'd probably be like apple cider or something. If you drank something hot.
Or yeah, coffee, something like that.
Well, me it would be coffee. But
Don't
Yeah,
think
over here
we
now it's
drink
normally a
apple cider
tea,
hot,
coffee, or a
but,
pint of lager.
yeah, that's it. Nowadays it tends to be beer in a collapsible plastic pint pot that collapses on when you don't want it to.
Have you seen the new ones where they fill it from the bottom?
No.
Oh, literally, it's got little holes in at the bottom, and they just sit it on top of the counter, and it sprays the alcohol into the glass, fills it up, and once they take it off, the pressure of the liquid in the glass stops it coming out.
Weird.
Yep, they have those at the casino here.
You all right there, Paul? You're looking tired.
Yeah, I'm feeling tired.
Well, you woke up
That's
early to
what
go shoot that
happens when
ship,
you
right?
get up at 5 o'clock
Yeah, I
in
got
the
up at
morning.
4 o'clock this
On the
morning.
boat.
I mean, if you feel tired or anything, you do like you did last night. If you want to take off, I can run it for a little bit. Up to you.
Yeah, I
I'll
was
just fall asleep
Justin
in the
again. He
chair
turned you
there.
up
We
showing
don't
for a
mind.
riot last night. People fighting everywhere, throwing drinks at each other. God, it was horrible. Hey, Dan.
What's up, Dan?
Dan. How's the eye, Dan?
Aye, aye. Yeah, Eddie will show that probably when he gets back. He's just, the dog's just taking him out for a walk.
Justin, I made you host.
No, good to
Alright.
hear that.
Yeah, I watched your video last night. I missed that one the other you put out. I didn't know you were having eye issues till Mark said something last night on the panel.
I didn't know either. What happened with his eye?
He's been having some medical issues, and it was causing one of his eyes to get really blurry.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks because Dan's, like I said, Dan's younger than me, and man, he's had to deal with a lot of bullshit medical stuff at his age.
Enjoy the walk, Eddie.
Everything was good.
Yeah.
He's probably had 100 surgeries.
For your model aircraft.
She's doing okay. Last treatment is Tuesday.
Yeah.
She's doing real good.
Eddie, CoCat would like you to reshow your model aircraft behind you.
Even if you can't see Dan, just fucking send it.
Dan's awesome. He didn't
Not like
me
flying a drone at
really
100
does,
miles an hour and not being able to see where it's going.
Eddie,
he'd be flying like you.
I just close one eye.
Yeah.
Still
None
see
yet.
through the other one.
Chat. Nunya.
Yep.
CoCat's talking to you in the chat.
Who is?
Oh, he
Cool.
said, I see your model behind you.
He wants to see your model aircraft.
Yep. Let me get the box. I just bought it. It's my first one.
Hey, lads, don't get back in links at the top.
I've been doing the drone. I have the Mini 3 Pro, and it's been.
Well, we didn't kick you, Lance.
Airplane.
But this is my first actual airplane.
Later, Lance.
And I've been doing. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but Real Flight. Real Flight's a program that gives you the controller. And you can play. You can fly planes. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh, it's his first one, too. Best believe that bitch is going right in the ground. Usually you go
About
through
the
a few of
most
them.
basic model you can get.
It's an RC plane.
Put the box up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong side.
Now, for some of you guys that actually fly RC planes, would you say it's better to go with like a cheaper, smaller one that really won't break too bad if it wrecks? Or I would say for getting an expensive one,
This
right?
plane cost $78.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get
For what
ready
it
to
is, not
fly
bad
ones
price.
for just over $100 over there.
It's a beginner plane, but it's good for $80. It's good. Again, it's my first plane that I've actually flown real plane, but I'm really good at the flight sim, so I'm okay. I know
Don,
enough not to take it out there when it's stupid windy because it's made out of styrofoam and it's gonna just blast it across the yard if I don't.
Dan said, I keep flying the sim and I'm screwing my rolls and flips up because my depth perception is kind of gone.
Same sim I'm talking about, Dan.
No, he's
Bet.
talking about
Yeah.
FPV sim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie, what does it come with?
That's one of my biggest problems. The fact that I don't see right out on my left eye and my right middle of my retina is missing. I can't judge distances either. That's what screws my golf up a lot. I can't even judge how far it is to the
Let's see if I can
ground
send
with
it.
my eyes.
Right.
It's real flight sim.
Gets to be a bit of a nuisance when you're going to get off the bus on your way back from the hospital and you reach to grab the metal pole that goes up the middle of the door to steady yourself and miss it.
Here's a link to the
I do that anyway. Don't need
actual
that
site.
for that.
Real flight. Pretty cool. You guys want to play?
Fortunately, I missed it to the right side, so I just ended up hitting it with my shoulder. And
Yeah,
not falling.
I bought one RC air helicopter that it was a big one too. It's probably about 2 feet long. Set that bitch
That's
and went
not
straight up in the air and came straight down into the ground. Broke up in about 10 pieces.
Yeah, you gotta be.
I was
you
like,
gotta
I'm
be
done
skilled.
after that.
You got to be skilled to operate helicopters.
Not
It's just
now.
a thing.
Yeah,
They're
and
not
this,
easy to fly. They're just
Nowadays, with the GPS ones, they
yeah,
when they
they're,
fly just
I'll be
like
back
drones.
shortly.
Frank
yeah, they're
Rizzo.
very, very stable.
Now, with the way things are with drones now, a lot of these new helicopters, airplanes have like a safe mode where it knows not to crash and it'll
Right.
correct for you.
Like it's almost like these little ones you buy at Walmart for like $30.
Yeah.
These ones right here, they're like that. You throw them up and they'll stabilize, and
Yeah.
you don't really have to
Even
do a
they
whole lot
know
on the
it.
sticks.
Yeah, even at beginner level, they know now. And you can turn it off. But
Yeah, because I've seen a couple of them where a
Yeah.
guy was, it was just a switch. He flipped it on and then it would stabilize.
Mhm.
And then if you turned it off, it was almost like going into acro type mode.
Yeah.
is everything okay with Hodges? I haven't seen him in a while.
Some of them have got 3D mode as well, so they
Hate to
can
be a
fly
bummer,
upside
but-
down.
Hope he's
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Who?
Hodges.
Yeah, he was on here about a week ago. He's doing good. He's just been really busy. His sign
Right.
business
I was
is
worried
like,
about him. Haven't heard from him in a minute.
no, his sign business is almost quadrupled
Really?
in business. So he's been really busy.
Okay.
But Paul called him the other day, like a week or two ago, and told him everybody wanted him to come on the panel. So he came on for a little bit, hung out with everybody.
I want to make sure he's okay. Haven't heard from the man in a minute.
Yeah, now you got a few extra contracts for
Yeah, that real
photographing
flight.
housing.
It's really cool, guys.
Oh, yeah, it was that project that he got that contract
Yes,
for.
they did. He did.
It was building that retirement, or it wasn't. It was like a retirement community they're building. I think it was. And he
In
has
fact,
to-
they have most. They have most of the drones now.
Because he got that contract last year, but remember it got put on hold because they were trying to get permits. And then I guess they finally got all the stuff for it, and now it's the project's moving ahead again.
We're talking about.
Yeah, and that too, Jonathan. I mean, he's got a new girlfriend, so I mean anybody knows when you're in the first 6 months, especially the first 6 months of a relationship, that's all you think about.
You're an
You
awesome
don't care
guy.
about anything else going on around you. You'll super focus on that girl or guy, either way.
I
I
mean, he's more
don't
focused on his train
know if
set.
any of you have ever had a dog you didn't have to train. He just does his thing. This is the one. Tell him to do something, and he does it.
What's up, Mark?
Hmm?
Did you say something, Mark?
Yeah, I said. Plus, he's more focused on his train set.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's not only is he, well, he does his train set more during the winter time but like I said, it don't matter if you're 60 years old or you're 16. When you get a new girlfriend, everybody knows that new relationship feeling the first 6 months. Then you'll start to level out and you'll start to get more comfortable, and then you'll start to do your own little hobbies on the side and do things. But that first 6 months or so, that's all you're focused on, especially if you're a fucking teenager or you're in your early 20s. You'd be humping like
It don't matter
jackrabbits
the
for the
age,
first
brother.
6 months.
It really doesn't matter the age. You're infatuated. Right?
Donald's like, what the fuck?
You feel like the king of the world until she takes you down. Don't do it, Laura. Don't do it. You guys are awesome. You're some of my favorite humans, and being part of the group.
Let me
Justin,
check it
thank
there.
you so much for joining us on our live streams. I really appreciate it. I'm sending back as much of the chat as I can. I promise
Oh,
you.
check this fucking helicopter out that Dan had 8 years ago. Mine was a little shorter than that. It probably cut off like right here. The tail,
Justin, have
and
you
it was a
seen these
little
guys
smaller.
who do the trick flying with helicopters? They're like
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
at
the
what they do.
3D flying. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
that
amazing.
that is a pretty good size helicopter right there.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
Mine was probably the tail probably ended right there, and then the body was probably
That one looks electric.
half that size. It wasn't that quite that big.
Yeah, that one looks electric, but it's
But
hard to
that
tell.
looks
Oh,
like
maybe
that's a
that
good
might be the-
3.5 feet right there.
That might be the engine head sticking up in the back there behind the prop. It could be.
But look at all the weight Dan's lost now. Look how big he was back then.
Yeah, he's lost
He's
a lot.
he's lost a lot of weight.
Wait.
That was
Blackfish
Dan.
shit? That's him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Back
out,
8 years
bro.
ago.
Let's go, Dan. Dan. Let's go, bro. It ain't easy to lose that much weight, man. Let's go, brother. My name is something. I will give you. I was trying to read his shirt. None of us are human in here. Yeah, that's right. You're damn right about that. Living in the universe and being part of it is every day for me. And I'm just so happy that I have at least some of you to follow along. We'll take as many subs as we can get, guys. All we do is play games. And also, you're welcome to join us and drop your links. And we're going to do a community golf with your friends. So if you all want to do it, hit me up in the chat, drop your link, and we'll put you in the game. We did better with golf with friends than we did with ARC, and that's like our main thing. We did better with that. I don't know. Gotta give the people what they want, right, Justin? I guess.
So here we'll get a good comparison of Dan then and now. So this is Dan now, but look at the difference. See him then and now. A lot of weight loss. So he's done really good.
Looks so
Fucking Jonathan.
He doesn't even look like the same dude, man. He lost half of him.
He lost well over half.
Wow.
How much have you lost, Dan? Like when you were at your peak weight
awesome.
and to where you're at now?
That's
If
awesome.
you don't mind me asking.
I mean, you obviously had to work for it because that don't come free. Probably join the gym, change his diet, the whole thing.
Well, not to mention, Dan had a lot of surgeries done too. So, you know, when you spend a lot of time in the hospital too, and they put you on those special diets while you're in there, you lose
And
a
they
lot of
also
weight.
point you kind of in the right direction. It's up to you to follow it. I get it.
Yeah, that's why I said what I hate for Dan is that he's younger than me by a year or two, but yeah, he deals with so many medical issues that normally than most people do Paul's age. He's dealt with more medical issues than most people Paul's age do. So I feel
If
bad
anyone
for him.
deserves a lady riding shotgun, he does. You earned it, brother.
Yeah, but I'm the better looking brother though, Jonathan. He said, Dan, you looked like Justin's younger brother in that picture. Dan gets all my sloppy seconds.
Lance, I sing, and I can't really do it on YouTube because they'll copyright strike me.
Oh, by the way,
But
Lance, nobody
that's my
booted
first
you
love.
earlier unless you just dropped out. I don't know what happened. If it was your
You
internet or
got
whatever.
a friend in me, right? I do, guys. My voice is my number one thing. I have over 350 instruments, and my voice is probably the best.
Hold on. So he lost 230 pounds.
Dude, that's what's up, bro.
At his biggest, he was 425.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't have known that was you, man.
that's awesome.
Fact. That's
That's
awesome. Dude.
almost a bit like Mikey, isn't it? I mean, he got up to 600 odd pound, and he's now down to 400 pounds.
Fuck, dude, that's a lot. 600 pounds,
Yeah.
Jesus. It's a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's more than one of you. Okay.
Well, I'm 6'2", 240 pounds, so
I mean, I'm 5'5", 5'6".
that's why
And
That's why I
I'm
told-
up to like 230, and that's way too
That's
much.
why I told Tim if I ever see him in person, I'll bear hug him out of
I'm gonna
existence.
lose this whole
Fucking,
thing in front of me.
he won't know what hit him with his little scrawny ass.
I'm 5'6", 5'7", and somewhere between 190 and 200 pound.
You're not. You're doing better.
Jody. Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because I thought earlier in the chat, the way you said that, it sounded like you thought somebody booted you. Yeah, that's a lot of weight, Jonathan.
It definitely is.
As a matter of fact, that was one of the reality shows they had, My 600-Pound Life.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight for somebody to be carrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad on your heart. It's bad on
Your
everything.
joints, everything. Really bad on your joints.
Just straight up, your lifestyle sucks.
Yeah.
Can't get into a car. You can't. It's awful. Can't walk for more than so many feet. Yeah. I don't think people.
I sent you
A
a
lot of
picture
people
of
hate
it.
on people for being big. I'm not going to do that because, just like he knows
My
already,
helicopter
losing all
body
that weight.
the same.
That's something to be proud of, man.
Justin, did you hear that?
What?
Maybe you can give me some tips.
I sent you a picture of the helicopter. It's not actually mine, but it's the same one I had.
I could probably use a few tips on losing some weight. I know
yeah.
sugar's the main enemy.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good size helicopter there.
About
Is that
3
now? Are
foot
those? Is that like a balsa wood prop or
No,
wood
no.
prop?
Yeah.
No,
It
no.
almost looks like a wood color.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they were plastic.
Okay.
It's
And was
about-
this
about 3
no,
feet
this wasn't
long,
electric.
something like
Look
that.
how huge
Yeah,
that
nice
thing is
little-
now. That's a gas
Yeah.
one for sure.
Yeah, I saw the exhaust right there for a second. I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah,
These fucking things are loud too.
they are.
I'm gonna let you guys go. Mom just got home from treatment. I'm gonna go make sure she's feeling comfortable. Again, Justin, thank you so much for showing up in our lives and all the love and the support. I'll send it back your way, brother. I promise.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Like I said, I usually keep things as redundancies, but if somebody needs something, I don't mind sending it to them.
Totally need
Like
it.
I actually have my other old webcam, my Logitech, I kept. So that one was just collecting dust. So that's why I
Yeah, this
sent
one's
it to you.
great. It's perfect. Looks good on you guys' end?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, let me go take care of Ma. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Much love, everyone.
Later.
See you, Eddie.
Yeah, I got about 15 minutes. I got a doctor's appointment I got to go to. Cardiologist today.
Mm.
We're going to have a come to Jesus moment. Come, hurry up. No, jump. Ah, why do you do that? I didn't hurt you.
Oh yeah, you know the weatherman said it was going to be a fine, dry day today. Early it rained all morning. Pressure, shut up.
Oh shit, my fucking alarm's going off on my phone. I gotta call the CarMax today because the car got a warning light on. But luckily, I got a 50,000-mile warranty on the car, bumper to bumper.
Well, that's not bad.
So, and it's only got 97,000 miles on it. So, but But the CarMax actually covers all their vehicles up to 150,000 miles. And anything after that, they actually won't buy a car that's past 150,000. It has to be under 150,000 for them to buy or sell it. So I'm going
What was
to
the light
call.
for? Do you know?
Do I?
What's the light for? Do you know? You know what it is?
What's going on with it?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, I'll tell you. Sarah sent me a picture of the code earlier.
That's the ABS sensor.
It's the check fuel inlet, but mine doesn't have a gas cap. It's a capless one. So I think there's something wrong with the seal on the little
That's what it
flap.
sounds like.
So I'm gonna go have them take a look at it. And now I can take it to any CarMax or Ford dealership and they cover it. So up to 150,000 miles. So for being a used car and having a 50,000 mile warranty, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So they actually got a decent warranty.
And a look at some pictures of them. What year is it they bought?
Who, me?
Yeah.
2013.
Right. So they were going for about 15,000 pounds over here.
Mine was 12 and some change.
Yeah. Well, that'd be about the equivalent of 10,000 pounds, then, wouldn't it? It's about 1.29.
Yeah, around there.
And the 2019 ones were going for like 20 to 30,000. Looks a nice car, though.
Oh yeah, it's in really good shape. It only had one owner, and they had like and never been in an accident, and they had all the history of all their maintenance on it, and they kept up on everything.
Well, you got a service book as well. That's good.
Man,
you don't do them
yeah.
anymore. Yeah, you don't get service books anymore. Everything goes onto the computers.
Well, that's what I got a computer readout because they saved all their receipts from all their oil changes and all that. So when they came in and sold the car, they gave it to them, and then they put everything in the computer, and then I got a printout of it. So, no, I mean I'm not extremely worried about it, Dan. But if I have a warranty, I might as well use it, right? So, might as well get it fixed anyway. So. If I was if I had to pay out of pocket and you were telling me that, I probably wouldn't stress on it. But I mean, if I got a warranty, I might as well use it. I don't have to pay anything up out of pocket. So I'm gonna call them up just to verify what I need to do, and then I'm gonna take it to the Ford dealership and drop it off.
Do they give you a loaner while it's in?
Actually, yes, it does have you can get a loaner, or they'll cover the cost of a rental, but then you pay for the rental and then they reimburse you. But I'm not doing that because we can just use Sarah's mom's car for a couple days while it's in there. So I'm not gonna worry about doing all that.
When we had to take Kate's car in because the media player went haywire, so they had to fit a new radio in it. So it's less than 6 months old, something like that. And they gave us an electric car as a loaner.
In my daughter's car, that light came back on, and she said the other day she pressed on the gas and it gave a little hesitation, right? And I said, well, again, what does that light say? And she said, it's the TPC. And I said, so what you're telling me is the same light, and it's that little valve, the airflow sensor. And the airflow sensor, if it doesn't get the right airflow, it's going to give you a hesitation. And she says, yes. Yeah. So I told you, buy the $40 part. Yeah, I know, but I said, no, buy the $40 part. That's what you got to do.
You know how to do it? Yeah, if you know how to do it, might as well. Fuck.
It's right there on the side of it's right on the side of the engine. It's got one bolt and two hoses.
Yeah, I mean, if 15 minutes. Yeah.
Less
If you
than
know
that.
what it is and you know how to fix it, you might as well just do it. I mean, $40 ain't shit because she's not gonna have to pay for labor. So
Yeah, I've got my gas mileage changed a little bit on mine, and I'm getting a little bit less. And my light came back on, and it said it's the cam sensor, the camshaft position sensor.
Yeah.
So what that's telling me is that because it's not reading the timing right, it's using more gas. I can't find the freaking sensor where it's at. I can't even see it. It's on the exhaust side. I can't find it. I've looked over there for about a half hour all around the engine, can't find it. So I'm gonna have to go ask somebody where's it at, you know. But that part's $40 too. And it's one bolt. One bolt.
now,
to plug.
Dan, I always heard that if you dump sugar in the gas tank, it really boosts the car's efficiency.
Have you not tried looking at the online workshop manual, Joe?
I have. I couldn't find it. There's actually two sensors. One's the bank
Yeah,
one
I'm
and
sure
the bank two.
It's
I need a
either
bank
used
one.
either at the front or the back usually.
Right.
Cool Cat, I don't know what you're talking about, bro, and that's what I'm going to tell the feds when they knock on my door. No idea. Magna what?
Is it
what is that?
behind the crank pulley at the front?
Could be. I think it's the exhaust, the camshaft bank two exhaust. So I got to go find. I got to see where it's a transverse engine sideways. So I think it's going to be on the opposite side. It might be underneath. It could always be underneath on the bottom of the thing. I might have to crawl and then look. But I'll go to AutoZone and say pull it up and tell me where it's at. They should be able to tell me.
Or look up on YouTube. Somebody might have done a video on it.
Yeah, I might look that up later. It's not. It runs good. It's not that important, you know. I don't run it enough to worry about it yet. But and it goes off sometimes, so it's going bad.
Yeah, it was cool, Donald.
The bigger issue I have is the fuel tank sensor is acting up. So what I do is I just use my trip and know that when I get to 160 miles, put gas in it.
Cool
gives me
Cats.
still about 10 gallons.
So where the bigger question is, Cool Cat, where are you taking us next? You gonna take us to the Royal Palace and walk through there? Come on, man.
Fuel tank sensors are usually pretty easy to sort out because you can normally get at them from inside the trunk.
Yeah, mine. You have to.
It just unscrews and comes out.
Yeah, mine, the Santa Fe. You got in the back. You've got a lot of little compartments for tools and stuff. You got to take all of that out of the back or the hatchback. All of that's got to come out, and then you got it. You got two sensors underneath there, and then you got to pry them off, and they're sealed and everything else. It said it takes about 2 hours.
Oh God!
Oh
And
yeah, I
that's-
looked at it.
And that's if you've done it quite a few times where you know exactly where to go at, take shit out. If you've never done it before, it probably take you longer than that because you have to pull all that shit out.
Well, my thing is I got to pull everything out of everything I've got in the car, like storage, all the tools, everything that's in the storage area. Then I got to find where the bolts are, pull those off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So since you've never done it regularly, you got to figure out where all the bolts are at. See, they're talking about 2 hours of labor for somebody that's super experienced, that's done it 100 times,
Yeah.
and knows exactly where everything's
And,
at.
and then it's not going to come off easy. Something's going to be hanging on.
But they definitely come up with those labor hours based on experience.
Yep. So I'm going to jump off. I got to go run to the doctor.
All right.
And he and I can have a long talk because, like I'm going to tell him, I don't understand why we did the angiogram. You told me what you were going to do, then you didn't do it. And I'm still dealing with the same thing. But why do it another time? Well,
Cool Cat, come up on the panel, man. Dan.
We'll see. I'll see y'all sometime later today.
All right.
Okay, Joe. Take care.
Where the hell David go? Just muted himself. David, are you there? David, Laura, somebody. Wonder if one of them are going live today.
Don't know.
Cool Cat did say those Nitros helicopters are better when you convert them to electric. What would be the point in doing that? Wouldn't you just buy an electric, one that's already electric?
What?
Oh, what Cool Cat wrote in the chat there. Unless he was being a smart ass. Those Nitro helicopters are much better when you convert them to electric.
I guess you could convert them to electric if you wanted to. But why?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Cool Cat. I was hoping David was going to answer me, because if he's live this afternoon, you can jump on the panel with him and do your gaming too. Actually, you can come on there and I can get, if you want, you can jump on a private live with me here in a little bit and we can get
get your own panels.
We can get Streamlabs set up for you if you want to do that. That way you can use your virtual camera. And then if you come on like David's panel and stuff, you'll be able to show your game.
Laura said once you finish, she's going to do a panel live.
Okay.
Just give people somewhere to go. And then I'll probably do a live about 5:30 of Euro Trucks.
Well, we can go ahead and end it now because I got to make some quick phone calls anyway. And then Laura can... I got to make a couple phone calls anyway, and then Laura can go ahead and...
so if Laura goes live about half an hour.
Right.
And then give everybody a chance to go and have a pee break and make a cup of tea and
5 Weetabix.
No, about my 5 Weetabix. I'm not happy that they've changed these packages down to 10.
You're not happy?
No, because you used to get a sleeve of Weetabix. Used to be 12 in a sleeve, so you could have 6, an even number 6 Weetabix. Now they've reduced it to 10. So now you're going to have 5, and it's an odd number. It's annoying.
It's only because it's that packet of 60. On the What's It ones, the 24s and the 36s, it's still in 12s.
For now.
Okay. So I would say, Cool Cat, let's jump on a private live here in about 20-30 minutes, and then let Laura go live. I'll get you set up with Streamlabs real quick. It's super easy.
Well, if
Take
you go,
probably
if you
20 minutes.
with Laura,
Well,
Laura
I don't want
can
to
help you as well.
Yeah, jump on Laura's panel and we'll get you set up with Streamlabs real quick. I just don't want everybody talking over while we're trying to help them do it. So, but yeah, jump on Laura's panel here in about 30 minutes and we'll get you set up real quick. It literally will take like 10 minutes.
Frank again.
But yeah, I got to jump off, make a couple phone calls, and then by the time I get done with that,
Don't forget to give Paul the host back.
Laura will.
I already have it back.
He claimed it back already. So
yeah, I don't blame you, Paul. I'd have claimed it back a long time ago, just to cause his riots everywhere he goes.
Oh, dude, I go on power trips. I started kicking people off the panel and everything.
Yeah, straight away.
That's why half the
Lance
panel's
out
gone.
in seconds.
Yeah, Lance was like, "Hey, everybody." I was like, "Nope, I'm not having that."
Yeah.
You don't need a camera, Cool Cat. What you're going to do is use a virtual camera. And so what you'll do is turn your virtual camera on in Streamlabs, and then you'll go into Zoom or whatever streaming service Laura's using, and you'll just change your camera in there to the virtual camera, and then it will share your screen. And then whatever game you're playing, we'll be able to see it.
Don't worry, they'll get you up and running.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll figure it out here in a little bit. Let me jump off here and make these phone calls, and then I'll be over on Laura's in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
Hey, Justin, take care. Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Sorry I missed part of it, but Justin took care of the channel. And Mark, thanks for being here. David,
Yeah. Paul, get yourself a nap.
We'll
after
see
you
you.
beat.
Bye bye.
Catch you later.